Hey guys, what's up? Gonna try to make this short and sweet tonight. I've actually got they're kind of small. Um, the only ones that the guy really had ripe at the time he sent to me. They're purple ghost peppers. Even though they're small, I'm a little bit nervous about it because I've never actually had a ghost pepper. But again, I eat it. Some of these ones that are kind of hot. I've eaten a Reaper one time years ago, but I know they're hot. I've heard some people say that they kind of almost felt like the bite on the ghost pepper was a little bit more intense in certain ways than others. But I just when I seen the guy had posted these, again, I was curious. I kind of was like, hey, I got to get one, just because of the fact that they're purple. I am looking forward to trying to grow some of these out coming up next season. Let me see here. Actually, a pretty decent amount of seeds in them. Really, some of the seeds are already coming off of the placenta, just falling down in the bottom of the pepper here. So, let me show you here. Show you the inside. Make sure I don't drop none of these seeds. Decent sized placenta for how small the pepper is. As you can see, it's pretty crammed full of seeds here. Actually, don't smell too awful bad. For what it is, you think ghost pepper. I had to drop a seed on the floor. You think ghost, man, and it's like, holy crap, ghost pepper is one of the hottest in the world. It doesn't smell too awful intense. And I've only got two of these little dudes, so I definitely want to try to save what I can on these seeds because, come next season, I plan on having a bunch of these growing too. The seeds look really good on them too, so should have a pretty good turnout. Don't know where the heck that seed just went either. There it is. And these little suckers, man, you catch them the wrong way, they're just shooting straight out of here. Again, I love the look of it. I'd like to have some full size, kind of see, get a little better look. I don't know exactly how big they get. I know if it's anything like a regular ghost, they get pretty big. But yeah, I need to. I try doing this without messing the placenta up too, because of the fact that that's where all the heat is, and kind of feel like if I don't, I'm shortchanging myself on the heat. It's kind of funny. You almost get a little bit of a rush off the heat. kind of get your blood flowing, I guess, and gives you a bit of a rush. Kind of almost a high. Sometimes, depending on how hot, how intense the pepper is itself. I say I got to digging them seeds around now. I actually smell the heat in it. But again, here's the other half. Like I said, you can see for how small the pepper is, the placenta is pretty big, which means it's probably going to be fairly stout. And I got my trusty old good for nothing Gatorade here. I guess it's not good for nothing. Last time I ate the crossed habaneros that the guy sent me. I ended up, I don't know if it's a seed or something. I had part of it stuck in the back of my throat, and every time I wanted to clear my throat, it felt like like I had a thumbtack back there or something like that. So I guess it's not good for nothing. I have, a little drink, if I have to. Um, it doesn't, once the burn sets in, it kind of doesn't really do anything as far as getting rid of the burn. So I guess, you can't really say I'm cheating by taking a drink of it anyways, but um, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, it smell. I've smelled the inside of a ghost before because I got one last year in DC at a regular ghost, the Jace Peach ghost and a chocolate ghost. I mean, they all kind of smell similar. This one smells a little bit different, but again, it could be because of how small it is. I know it's ripe because it's all the way purple, but I'm just trying to see. Kind of a distinct smell. Anyways, guys, I'm not going to hold you up all night and try to keep this from being another 20-minute video. Apparently, some people don't really like watching 20-minute videos. People don't have too much time on their hands, I guess, nowadays. But anyways, guys, so Purple Ghost, here goes nothing. It's got pretty good flavor. There's the hiccups. The heat don't start off very strong. I don't know. I'm hoping it kind of climbs a little bit. Decent flavor to it. Again, I mean, being that strong or that small, probably not. It's going to be the strongest of a pepper. As far as flavor goes. What's up, Rob? I don't know if you're still watching or not. Just kind of hanging out, trying these peppers out, man. Ones he sent me the other day. I guess some of them, once they get ripe, they tend to start softening up pretty quick. So I wanted to make sure to hop on and do another video real quick, trying these out. It don't feel like it's intensifying too much. Kind of almost feel let down by the heat. You think ghost pepper, man? It's kind of, again, it's one of the hottest peppers in the world. Listed on the top 10 list. You kind of almost think that it'd be a little bit hotter than what it is. I mean, I know I've been eating a lot of different peppers, building my tolerance up and stuff, but I haven't really went on the level quite of a ghost pepper yet. So you would still kind of think it'd have a pretty good kick to it, but I mean, I can still taste the flavor a little bit to it. I mean, it's got a little burn. It's not overbearing. Kind of almost feel like if it don't get any hotter, ate the second half, it don't get any hotter, I might end up eating another pepper. Lord knows I got them. I got a couple in there that made me a little more nervous than eating this guy did. Yeah, I'd have to say for what I've been eating, I think at this point I'm 3 or 4 minutes in. It probably should have done climb pretty good by now. In all seriousness, as far as heat goes, I almost feel like my Dragon Cayennes, these little chili reds or whatever they are. I bought a plant from Walmart. It's from Bonnie plants. They typically they're pretty accurate on what they are. So, Rob, the flavor's pretty decent on it. Again, it's not a real strong flavor. Again, it could be because of how small they are. I'm not sure exactly how big the purple ghost gets, so it's hard for me to say. But the flavor's not strong, but it's decent. It's pretty decent flavor. I wouldn't mind, maybe grinding up a bunch of these, making their own powder, or even, making like a kind of a mild hot sauce on it. I mean, at this point, like the heat's really, actually, it feels like the heat's going away already. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and eat the other half of this one. I'll go through too, Rob. We'll get together. I've had probably about 20 seeds out of just the one, even for how small it is. So I'll go through once I get the other one cut open and get the seeds out and stuff and dried out. We'll get together and I'll send you some more. I'll send you a couple of those, the Tangerine TS. I actually talked to Tony Sherwood. Let me see. I think he said they typically stay purple for a long time, though. I know a lot of peppers end up turning red or whatever colors after they sit for a little bit, but he said that they typically stay purple for quite some time. Obviously, you take them off the plant, they're going to end up softening up a lot quicker and everything. They'll stay good, stay firm on the plant a little bit longer than they will just actually, in your fridge or sitting out at home or whatever. But again, like I said, that the flavor's not bad. So it's probably something you'd be interested in growing. Again, maybe doing like a mild hot sauce or even making its own little powder. Like I said, the flavor's not bad. It just it doesn't have a whole lot of kick to it. I know when I ate it, I started hiccuping, but again, that's not for me. The hiccups just happens. I can eat a jalapeno and that'll make me hiccup. I don't know. I guess it's just something with the capsaicin or something that just makes me hiccup. I don't know. It sucks because if I get one that's good and hot, you start getting those juices built up in your mouth, from the burn, and you try to swallow and hiccup. Man, I've actually gagged a couple of times off of them doing that. Heck, I did that with a hot sauce, and my brother thought, "Oh yeah, hey, you're a sissy," because I started gagging and coughing, and I was like, "No, like I went to swallow a spit in my mouth, and I freaking hiccuped at the same time, and I freaking choked on it." Yeah, the second piece seemed like it has a little more kick. I don't know, maybe just because I'm adding to it. The placenta was just a tad bit bigger in the second half. I guess kind of the angle I cut it at. Still not like overbearing. I think out of the ones I've done the videos for, this is probably the mildest. I did the SoCal Magma, the Dorset Naga. I did the Tangerine TS. I did that habanero, this past weekend. I've got, those pickled peppers that I ate. I think this is the mildest I've done so far as the video goes. Well, other than I take it back, I did one on my Fresno chili peppers. It's a little bit milder than this, which is kind of sad to say that you take just a regular chili pepper and it was just a little bit milder than a Ghost. So yeah, again, it's not bad. Let's see. Yeah, I hate it because like some of the peppers, man, like they'll grow, they'll get full size. Like my Dragon Cayennes, the Fresno chilies, and it was like they got the full size, and some of them even a little bit bigger than what they say that they grow, and it just I don't know. It seemed like it took forever for them to turn red, and I'm like, what the hell? You figure like as soon as it gets full grown, you figured it would start changing colors already, but no. I mean, I think on some of my Fresno chilies, man, it took 2-3 weeks once they got full grown before they finally turned red. And once they start showing red, they turn pretty quick. I think I had some of them, man, that like as soon as they started showing red, within like 2 days, they was fully red, like bright red, But yeah, I mean, like I said, I got a pretty decent amount of little seeds just off that one. Like I said, if you're interested, Rob, I mean, I'll take and I'm getting ready to cut this one open too. Heck, I might as well eat it. But I can go through once they get all the way dry and everything. I can send you another little package or something with some of them. I'm actually getting ready to make another powder. The Tangerine TSs that I had though, I'm wanting to try to keep them by themselves. What's up, Gerald? I don't know if I know who you are, but what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. You already missed out on and ate one of these little guys, purple ghost peppers. I'm getting ready to cut this other one open and eat it. Not an extremely hot pepper. Actually, I think I feel more of a burn in my gut than I did in my mouth, to be honest with you. It's lovely. I got signal loss on my TV. I think storms will be moving in here soon. Freaking hate it, man. My plants out there. I'm glad I got holes in the bottom of the pots and stuff, man. Because I think twice today now we've done had like it threw down, man. It rained a lot. Yeah, see, like on the inside of this, like a pretty decent sized placenta, man, for such a small pepper. That's why I'm surprised it wasn't as hot as it as I thought it would be, being a Ghost. I've got a couple that I'm really nervous about doing though. I don't know, Rob, have you seen the Kraken Scorpions yet? You still in there, Rob? Yeah, we past couple of days, I can see it's raining out my back door now a little bit. The past few days, it's been little sprinkles here and there, but I mean, today I was at work, man. It freaking threw down, dude. Like it almost sounded like hell hitting the top of the warehouse. Um, let's see. Yeah, I've got one. Big dark chocolate, mean looking sucker, boy. I tell you. Um, actually, it's getting to the point too. I might end up having to just cut it open and de-seed it. I tried putting them in my fridge. I actually kept them up in the top of my fridge, try to keep them a little bit colder. Kept them in the cardboard box to try to help keep from getting any moisture built up on them. But some of them you can't help. Like I mean, the habaneros, it's still really firm. Um, the 7-pot yellow, which and this lighting actually kind of looks orange, but it you get it in a good light, it's got a little bit more of a yellowish tint. Um, and I'm not sure, Rob, if you can tell me that the guy said that he bought a plant or seeds or something. I think he bought a plant from somewhere, and it was supposed to have been something else, something that was a hot pepper, and said that when it grew out, it didn't look nothing like it was supposed to. It looked like a completely different pepper, and says that it don't have no heat at all. He thinks it's a Sugar Rush peach. I haven't actually looked at the Sugar Rush peaches myself, so yeah, I'm not really sure. I meant to look it up. I'm actually in a page two. It's supposed to be it's cream, or is it supposed to be ice cream? Anyways, by the way, Ryan, what I was doing is the purple ghost. Um, I don't know if you've eaten them and if you've eaten regular ghosts too. I was telling them I kind of almost feel let down a little bit, man, because I was thinking ghost pepper. I was like, man, I'm gonna eat this pepper. It's gonna freaking light me up. I mean, it's got a decent little bite to it, man, but it's nowhere near what I thought it would be for a ghost. It does have pretty good flavor to it though, so I'm not disappointed in the pepper itself. I was just kind of let down because I thought, man, I'm gonna get on here, I'm gonna do this video, and this pepper is gonna tear me up. Um, a different shape from the Sugar Rush peach. Um, yeah, again, I haven't looked them up. I'm on a page on Facebook. It's a pepper identification page. So yeah, I thought about posting it on there, making sure. And I know you said something about you wasn't 100% sure about the 7-pot yellow. Again, it's got a little bit of a yellowish tint to it. It's hard to tell in this lighting. Also, the laptop I'm on's not very, very good. But I thought about posting that just to kind of make sure to help you out a little bit too, since you said you wasn't sure if it really was a 7-pot yellow. Uh, I do have to say though that freaking jalapeno, or not, I said jalapeno. What the hell? The habanero. I forget what you were calling them, but that sucker lit me up when I ate it the other night. Yeah, I could tell. I mean, again, I thought Ghost. I'm thinking, man, like top 10, and some of them are like that. Again, I think with the habaneros, pretty much all the habaneros kind of run about the same. Um, well, with the exception of the fact that I know, like, I think there's a four-way habanero that somebody did that apparently isn't. I don't remember if I don't think I tried it or not. I know I had some. I think they ended up getting a little soft, and I gutted them out. Yeah, I mean they could be getting across. I've got mine all out on my back deck, but I try to keep all of them, at least about 4 or 5 feet away from each other. I know it doesn't, 100% guarantee that you're not going to end up with a cross, but I figure that lessens the chance. My super hots are just starting to spit pods on them. Now those I'm more worried about. Once my hammer, it's throwing down again, it's pouring down rain. Once my super hots actually start budding out really good, which they're starting to get there, I'm gonna separate them a little bit more because I'm more worried about them. Like my sweet bananas, kinda, yeah. The hot bananas I wasn't too worried about, but again, they haven't been real close to other plants. The only thing really like close together that's growing out, is my bell peppers. So, if I end up with a cross on my bell peppers, I don't care. I've got Big Bertha bells and I've got sweet red bells. I'll take it back. I got my the poblanos. I got them sitting next to one of my bell pepper plants. But I mean, I've got a bunch of different ones out there. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure where to begin to even get that stuff at, man. I guess maybe Lowe's or something like that. I don't know that I've ever seen anything like that in Walmart. They might have it. And the Walmart by me is kind of just about out of stuff. Um, was it almost like mesh, like nets or bags or something that you put over them, or? I guess Gerald must have left. Gerald the Sea Lion. A pretty cool little name. Oh, and Rob, I forgot to. I know I mentioned something to you about the lemon starburst. You actually the one batch of seeds you sent me. There was some lemon starburst in there. Um, I didn't pay no attention to it at first. I forgot they were in there, but something else I was trying to look into, man. If you got them, is the Kangstas. I'd like to get some of those if you got them. If not, I'm gonna try to find somebody who's got some and do a little swap or something. Um, yeah, it sounds like a lot of work though, man. Sitting and tying tea bags around all my peppers. I mean, I just, in my opinion, really, I just rather I'd be more apt to just take and spread them apart. Keep them away from each other. I mean, my deck's pretty big, so I've got. Oh, you have the Kangstas. Good. Yeah, I need some of those. They're pretty wicked looking peppers. Have you eaten them yet, Rob? Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to say on the Purple Ghost, man, maybe a one as far as my heat level goes now. Um, oh yeah, yeah. No, I mean I'm not so much worried about that. I mean I've got other people that I'll be sending stuff to. I've got a buddy that once I grow some out, I'm gonna hook him up with some peppers. That way he's got seeds too. But at the same time, keep a few, out of them for me as far as seeds go, and I want to be able to, make sauces and stuff too. But yeah, I mean, I just, I'd kind of rather just take and spread them out, you know what I mean, and kind of try to keep them away from each other. I mean, I feel like, I give a plant 6, 7, 8 feet apart. They should be pretty good off. In my backyard, I've got a privacy fence, so I don't get a whole lot of strong winds in my backyard. Sometimes I do when there's storms, but typically when it storms, I move them off my deck, and I'll put them down in the grass and stuff to where the wind doesn't really hit them. I keep them out of the grass as much as I can, really, because I haven't had any real bug problems. Knock on wood, but I feel like because I've kept them on my deck, it's part of the reason I haven't had any real bug issues with my plants. Oh yeah. No, when I start crossing, I'm gonna definitely isolate those. Yeah, I mean, I've looked into all that, and I know some people will take and put like a small little Ziploc bag over the top of that specific one. Give it time to actually like pollinate and sprout. But yeah, no, I just for just flat out growing. I just kind of I'll spread them out or whatever the best I can, and I'm pretty sure spreading them out in my yard. I actually sprayed my yard. I got the 7 Dust spray you hook up to your water hose, and sprayed my whole backyard down pretty good a couple weeks ago. So I'm kind of thinking I might kind of be in the clear to put them down in the grass now. Spread them out in my yard. I think the biggest problem is, man, is I've got my neighbor next door has pumpkins and cucumbers and watermelon and squash and all stuff, and I've had some bugs show up in my yard that I haven't seen until his plants started sprouting real good. So I have to worry about bees. Be honest with you, man, the bees have been like minimal. Like, I think my wife was saying something to me the other day about it, man. Like the bee population is down tremendously in most areas. Like I'll see wasps out there, and sometimes I'll see like little sweat bees and stuff. But I mean, I haven't really seen but like a handful of honeybees. And that was like when they first, like when the dandelions and stuff were first sprouting out at the beginning of the season. Other than that, man, I haven't really seen many bees out and about, period. But again, I mean, here's the thing. If a couple of them get affected, oops, I don't think I too much have to worry about it a whole lot. Spraying my yard down with that stuff, man, I haven't really seen hardly anything back. I've seen a handful of dragonflies. I threw a couple of tree frogs out in my backyard. I've got, blue-tailed lizards crawling around everywhere out there. So, I mean, I would tend to think I'm going to kind of be safe on the bug tip, I seen them little black bugs on my Fresno chili plant one time, and I flicked them off, pretty sure flicking them as hard as I did killed them. But yeah, I flicked them off, and I haven't seen them back since. I've only found one hornworm out there on my hot banana pepper plant, and I turned around and pulled it off and put it on some little weed that's growing off to the side. Like, here, you got plenty of food here. I haven't seen no signs of any other ones. I mean, I've been going out. I check all the leaves typically pretty well. I flipped some of the leaves up, trying to look under them. I've looked up and down on the plants themselves and haven't really seen them. So hopefully I don't end up. I've seen some people on Pepper Lovers community here lately with some bad problems with hornworms. A worst case scenario is I got 3 big bearded dragons. So I mean, I find hornworms out there. They're going to be dinner for my pets. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and eat the second half of this other pepper. Did y'all see the? Oh yeah, I've seen that. Oh no, did y'all see the stick bug I posted, man? Sucker's cool. It actually, I'm glad it was on the front of my house, nowhere near my plants or nothing like that. But yeah, okay, I see where you seen it, Rob. Let's see. See, somebody was telling me, Rob, that the stick bugs eat on like leaves and stuff like that. I know somebody said somebody said that they eat leaves and that if they were anywhere near your garden or whatever, you wanted to get rid of them. Yeah, somebody said Google it. They eat plants, especially the nymphs. They don't usually cause too much damage, though. Uh, Said they suggest gently relocating it from my garden. Um, I done told a couple. I done had a couple friends that found praying mantises and stuff in their yard. And I was like, dude, catch them, bring them to me. I need them. Let's see. What are, Rob, the stick bugs or the praying mantis? I know praying mantis are. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know nothing about it. Like I said, somebody had said something about googling it and was like, yeah, they eat leaves and stuff. I'd get them away from the garden. Um, but again, it was out in my front yard, so I wasn't too worried about it. Um, Heck, I doubt that he's still out there now. It's been a few hours ago, but anyway, so it's almost that time, and I've got company getting ready to show up here in a few minutes. I'm surprised he ain't here yet. Um, Being that it's 10 till 8. Sit and watch Monday Night Raw. I don't know if y'all watch wrestling or not. Or if not, and you think I'm lame, cool. Um, but anyways, guys, I know I've been on here for like almost 40 minutes. People's gonna get on here and see how long it is and be like, "Holy crap, I ain't watching that." Um, but anyways, y'all do me a favor, man. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, and I'm gonna try. My buddy suggested that I start announcing, ahead of time when I'm getting online, and this and that, and tried to tell me, oh, you might want to try to keep the videos a little bit shorter. I ain't really got 20 minutes to sit and watch a video. And I told him, I said, well, I guess don't click on my YouTube, but well, I appreciate that, man. Like I said, I'm not really on some of them. I consider it a review slash challenge. You know, um, like I thought this one here was going to be really extremely hot. Um, but I'm more so getting on here to do the reviews, kind of help get the word out about some of these peppers. If the pepper lights me up, then so be it. You know, people can have a little bit of a laugh at me or whatever. You know, I don't care. I'm a glutton for punishment. So, but you know, anyways, man, y'all do me a favor, share the video, you know, on your Facebooks or whatever. Both y'all hit me up on Facebook if you want. Just, you know, type in Kenny James. You'll see me holding a big old flathead catfish in my profile picture. You know, hit me up, share this on y'all's page or whatever, man. Help me get the word out about my channel, man. I'm trying to build this up, man. I know there's thousands of peppers for me to try. You know, half the seeds I've got, I've never tried, or more than half. So, yeah, I've had them in the fridge. I had a couple of them sitting out in the windowsill for like 2 days, trying to help, you know, get rid of the green on them and stuff. Other than that, I've had them in the fridge for the past couple of days, and I left them in the box, you know, because I figured that box was going to help, you know, prevent any moisture buildup on them. So, but still, even at that, there's a couple of them getting soft. So, you know, I'll either hurry up and do, you know, multiple days in a row on here with peppers, or some of them I may just have to slice up and de-seed and just go ahead and throw them in the dehydrator or whatever. But anyways, like I said, y'all hit me up on Facebook. Just look up Kenny James. Picture a big catfish in my profile picture, man. Hit me up if you could. Share my post, my video. Share any of my other videos or whatever on your pages, man. Kind of help get my channel built up, man. I ain't got a whole lot of subscribers on here, and I've had this channel forever. I just never really pushed it until here lately when I started, you know, getting back into the peppers and stuff. All right, Rob, man, hit me up, dude. But anyways, y'all have a good night, man. I'll probably see y'all on here again tomorrow. So.